government or government jobs. But what I'm trying to say is that if you're out there and you feel like you can, do things privately, have a private business and succeed towards that, I feel like you should do that. There's no one who is stopping you from doing that unless yourself.
Exactly. Now, basically, Gordon, where youth need to improve in implementing their ideas. We have a number of people, I mean, number of young people in Zambia who are very talented and they are very skillful. Now, what is really hindering them, Gordon, is that uh, for them to start a business, they need to look for capital
Yeah.
which can support their business. So for them to implement these ideas, they need to work hard to find ways in order to support their ideas and implement them.
Yeah, I love the fact that you talked about working hard. Previously back in the days, just recently, we had a lot of people in bus stations who were asking for two kwachas, one kwachas, and
Imagine.
to me that was not working hard.
Yeah,
That's begging. That's literally
in fact,
begging.
that's one advice I can give government institution to work hard in order to make sure that all youths, like, for instance, youth are very energetic.
Yeah.
They don't need to resort to begging. They need to find ways where they can generate money or incomes, so that they can start something that can keep them busy until maybe God bless them with something that can keep them in the way that they can feel like, okay, now we are satisfied with our work.
Yeah, definitely. I love, in the new government. I'm not really, yeah. If you pass into town today, I
Yeah,
think you must have seen, there's police everywhere, there's soldiers everywhere, and I
everything
really
is
love
back
that.
to normal now.
Definitely. So I feel like, when it comes to youth, ideas and all of that, it starts with one person, and that's you out there. Don't really go to your friend and really depend on them or, beg for them. Unless if it's necessary, you feel like someone is going to help you when you talk to them or anything like that. That is one thing that I, think,
Yeah,
and you just have to work hard.
like you've mentioned, that's why today's topic is very important to see the future of youth in this new government, because we've seen the new government is already trying to implement a conducive environment for everyone. There is a reason why these security men are all over in the town.
And they
In,
have to do their work as
yeah,
well.
they are doing their work already in order to make sure that there's no interference in the business sector. So if young people now can take advantage of this security and make sure that the conducive environment that has been provided for them, and utilize it well to the fact that they can find a spot where they can start up something instead of being in the street begging.
I,
You know,
I, I
what
also
this is what it directs people to capitalism. You know.
Yeah, and I also feel like, with these restriction measures, I feel like even the risk of having too much theft will, slightly decrease
Yeah,
down
it will
because people,
reduce.
if I'm walking down the street and, I have my phone in the pocket and,
Mm.
somebody takes it, they steal my phone. I feel like there's someone who is here who
Yeah,
can help me, who I can run to and say,
yeah,
you
true.
know,
In fact, for someone to reach even that the point of stealing something, what if they even know they've seen maybe a police nearby you? I think they can even refrain from doing that. And I'm sure many youth will start now thinking twice, because once they just see the police or maybe soldiers patrolling, they won't even be thinking about doing a criminal act.
yeah,
You
not even
understand?
thinking twice, but several times.
Yeah. So it's very important now. You start embracing their skills. We are blessed with a lot of talents. Young Zambian men and women were blessed with a lot of talents and skills that we can implement in order to develop our country.
Yeah, and if you are a youth out there and you want to do what you love, I really encourage you to actually do that because, I have come across different people, especially young people, when you ask them, I'm one of them, I'm
Yeah.
a young person, but I know what I want and I say, this is what I love, and at the end of the day, I'll make sure I hustle for this and work hard. I feel like, when you ask few individuals, what do you want to do after 5 years or after your youth days are coming to an end, they'll just say, whatever is on the plate.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I really want our young men and women in Zambia to refrain from, because we are really thinking on the short term goals. And those short term goals are something that is really, we really want just for a short time period where you can just get something on the table you're forgetting. But I would rather maybe we go to a place or a time where we can find seeking opportunities,
Yeah.
if somebody to show us how to fish instead of giving us fish. You understand?
Yeah, and this is one thing I always, talk about. If you're one person, don't restrict yourself just because your friend said this. If you want
Yeah.
to venture into agricultural sector, if you want to venture into business, economic development, or further studying and all of that, there's nothing stopping you but yourself and money as well.
Of course.
Once you, and I feel like, as young people, I'm not saying, I'm not saying we have too much money, but if you're able to buy an iPhone,
Imagine iPhone Pro Max 12.
definitely,
Eh?
if you're able to buy an
That's
iPhone,
capital.
what can stop you from, having that business? Your business doesn't start, big and all fancy and
I,
everything, but it
you know,
starts as small as possible.
Gary, I think you brought up something good. For instance, all of us youths, the majority, are, in fact, we are having 2,000 and above in our pocket. What I mean is a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Ask entrepreneurs
Mm-hmm.
how much they can really try to invest that 2,000. Now because we always want to go with the trend, we don't want to be left out. That's why you find that we want to utilize these monies that we always have instead of starting a business. For instance, you can start even tomato. You can start
Mm-hmm.
selling tomato now because we always want to be higher,
You
to be
think maybe
seen.
if you start tomatoes, then
Yeah,
you're going to have a village,
no,
mind.
people think that you're average.
Mm-hmm.
They think that you're at the lower standard.
But
You can't say,
you find that even people, I feel like, it's not all about selling tomatoes. If
yeah,
you want to have more money, then look at it at the manufacturer,
a level.
where you are
Yeah,
able to farm your own tomatoes and then
yeah.
sell them in large quantities.
In fact, that's where we really want to go at youth, because if we are thinking about innovative ideas and entrepreneurship, and embracing our entrepreneurship skills, such as appreciating the selling of goods even at a lower
Mm-hmm.
level, I think we're going to change that mindset of thinking maybe people who sell such goods, they are average. You understand? Because if we
Mm-hmm.
calculate the amount of money people make per week, for instance, our mothers and fathers who sell such goods like tomatoes, onions, and other vegetables, you find that they even make more than someone who's a civil servant
Yeah.
in a particular institution. You understand?
And they're able to take care of the kids
Yeah,
wherever they go.
they have even sponsored some of they have even sponsored us up to even university.
Mm-hmm.
They have even they are learning homes using such privileges. But now, as youths, we think that if we venture into such businesses, people will be looking upon us. People will be thinking that we are really average, and that's the mindset we really need to move out from.
Definitely. My name is Gordon Cox, and I have William. We are talking about, youths and what they have to do in the new government,
Yeah,
and one of the main things is business, because everyone out there needs to have a business minded because
yeah.
money is everywhere. But in the meantime, on the other side, we are going to be back. This is music of Thames, and the track is titled The Key. We are unlocking the beauty that you need to have in terms of, just having a different mind or setup in your own sense.
Yeah.